Mi gente. Vamos a darle saludito gratis para todos, mío mío. Lo querés. Comenzó la chechita, mío mío. Miren para allá, mi gente. Hoy vamos a estar embullandito aquí, un poquito de pelotica, mío mío. Vamos a embullarnos aquí, vamos a jugar la serie con los Yankees, los memes, mío mío. Vamos a anotarnos para esto, mi gente. Compartan y repartan, mío mío. Dámele taquitaque a la chechita. Dámele con toque, mío mío. Tú chupite. Con todo, mío mío. Vamos a esto, me que tres. Vamos allá, con todo a todo, mío mío. Dámele like, dámele me gusta. Vamos a la franquicia, mío mío. Vuelvo aquí, mi gente. Vamos a esto. Vamos allá, que con todo, mío mío. Un chupite, naki, mío mío. ¿Qué fue lo que hice ahora, mío mío? Esa. Eso se come con queso. Vamos a esto, para que tres. Comparto, vamos a estar esperando a Isaac aquí, mi gente, que viene en un rato, me dijo, mientras tanto. Vamos a ir jugando coloradito aquí, mío mío. Tu chupite. Con todo, mío mío. Vamos a esto, vamos a todo, mío mío. Aquí está la negra. Vámonos con esta, mi gente, nos fuimos. Aquí, mío mío. Vamos a esto, me que tres. Vamos allá, que le encontró a todas, mío mío.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Mets going up against the New York Yankees.
Vamos a esto, me que trefe. Con todo, mío mío.
Well, Singy, he's been really up against it lately. Major struggles at the plate, but perhaps today he gets it going again.
Yeah, Boog, he needs to find his rhythm out there and just simplify his mindset in the box. I know it's easier said than done, but you just got to see the ball, hit the ball.
First pitch coming your way next.
Tu yapi. Mira quién está aquí.
So almost ready to get underway, getting the nod in this one, Clark Schmidt. And for some reason, he's not quite as effective here in front of his home crowd, Chris.
Mío mío. Vamos a compartir de una vez, mío mío. Si me ve el peloterito mío por ahí, dile que estamos activos, es la que le gusta, mío mío. Una pelotica, mío mío. Dame un break, mío mío. Mientras tanto, mío mío, comparte y reparte, mío mío. Tu sucúlugo, mío mío. De Nike. Aquí
and
no,
just try
aquí
to move
mío
through a ball
mío.
game. So if he can
Vamos ahora,
find that
vamos a
kind
la
of focus,
embulleca.
doesn't matter where
Vamos
he's
al
pitching
embullo,
because he
mío
has good
mío.
enough stuff to go out there and win a ball game.
Disculpe, disculpe, mío mío, que estaba haciendo alguito.
As he swings through it for strike
Estaba
one.
completando el ten, mío mío. Aquí tu viapi. Mira quién está aquí, mío mío.
Now he steps off to reset.
Ay, 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 ¿cuál es la chechita de esto, mío mío?
Fought off foul.
Le morí Kitty, mío mío. Vamos a despacharlo.
Right-hander kicks deals.
Vamos a despacharlo, mío mío. Carajo. Lo despachamos bonito al mono.
I'm not surprised at all that he got the strikeout looking. You know, at the plate, looks like it's a fastball off the corner the entire way until just that very last second when that cutting action takes over and brings it back to clip the outside corner. You just got to tip your cap sometimes, but overall, that's just a nasty pitch.
Here's Jesse Winker. Swinging a foul out of play. Late swing, foul to the left.
Comparte y reparte, mío mío.
Playing at night.
Ah, carajo, pero se lo bailó con swing, mío mío. Tú supiste.
Strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can
Con
really
todo,
dominate a game
métele
out there.
bota,
Not a
mío
fun
mío.
assignment for any lineup.
Ay, 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 viene Sotico, la fiera,
And
mío
now it's
mío.
Juan Soto.
Juan Coco, mío mío.
And that's
Ya le dice Juan Coco, los
Schmidt,
Mekiti,
29
mío
years
mío.
old, a former first-round
Tú
pick back in
supiste.
2017.
Johnny Nakiti, mío mío. Ay, ay, ay.
Right field.
Mira los cocos donde los puso, mío mío. Empezó la adrenalina, mío mío.
His 11th of the
Me
year.
dio el primero, Sotico, para que vaya cogiendo, mío mío. Y supiste. Llama la ambulancia, mío mío. Abrió Soto con galletas, mío mío.
Great job of anticipation there.
Este vino bravo ahora, mío mío. Mira para allá, querido, donde la metió, Kitty, mío mío.
So 2 down. Here's Pete Alonso.
Pero Sotico, cógelo suave, mío mío. Así no fue que hablamos, mono. Ay, ay, ay.
It's 0-1.
Mira el otro.
Matched a homer in his last
Y Alonso, mío
Two outs,
mío.
base is empty.
Buen malogrado este.
Hard
Ay,
ground
ay,
ball,
ay,
base
otro
knock.
sí, man. El pichecito después de los dos que sacó. Lo han
And here's the
sonado,
catcher,
mío mío.
Francisco Alvarez.
Tocó a este, métele voto, mío mío. Ay, ay, ay.
To a board. Alonso
¿Y cuánto es? Llégale, sácalo el tercero, mío, pero mañana.
Here's Brandon Nimmo.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
And that's in there for strike one.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
2 outs. Yeah, big swing and a miss. That just misses, and it's 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Bueno, se le cayó la casa al pichecito mío en esta vuelta. Me lo han sonado feo ahora.
Comes through with the RBI. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
And now here's Jeff McNeil.
He's been on fire at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
McNeil went deep in his most recent game.
Bueno, mío, mío. Han castigado los monos.
2 on, 2 outs.
Aclárenme. Que le dieron duro el pichecito después de los sábados, esos monos.
And that'll do it.
Le diciendo, oh, que mío, mío.
And they jump ahead. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Mets 2
Naki,
and the
naki.
Yankees nothing. Back at Yankee Stadium, our starter in this one, Tyler McGill. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
And first offering is fouled off.
Naki, naki, mío, mío. Ay, 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 me sacan en banda.
One up, one down.
Salió el primero, mío, mío.
Boone's lineup for the Yankees. It features a great veteran presence, Giancarlo Stanton.
Well, he's just been a consistent and dominant power threat throughout his career. I mean, over 400 career home runs. I mean, that just doesn't happen to an average power hitter. This guy's been elite, and we'll see as he continues if he's going to make it in the Cooperstown Hall of Fame.
Métele paquetillo, que estamos pedendillo ya, Kelly. Carajo.
Right side. He steps on the bag, and a couple of quick outs.
Batting third, the right fielder, Aaron Judge.
2 outs, base is empty. And stepping in for the Yankees, Aaron Judge. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. And Judge spoils that one. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, you know, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
That one in the dirt, and that is ball 1. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Judge waits. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And the Yanks go quietly. Yanks held in check, and they're down 2-0. Top of the second. Here's the third baseman, Brett Beatty.
Me engañó el mono, mío, mío. Me engañó duro ahí en ese largo.
In there at the knees, and that's strike 1.
Bueno, claramente. Se tienen en la vida, mío, mío.
That clips the corner.
Hey. Cayopla, mío, mío. Cayoki.
Caught him looking for the K.
Vamos al compa con el team, mío. Compadre, dame el like. Él me gusta, mío.
Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Right through there for a strike.
Estamos empezandito, mío.
One out, bases empty.
Ya no bien para el cicote y toda la vaina.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
Nada más le dibuja lo derecho, el mono. El mono mío nada más dibuja lo derecho. Dijo que no, Lampard.
Now a look to first. No swing. He held up. Patrick Johnson with the call there.
Ay, clávalo. Ahí, mono.
He wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time he had there.
Vamos a esto, más que tres.
Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets.
Ay, ay, ay.
That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough.
Stepping in, Jesse Winker. And first offering is fouled off. Lindor, Lindor the move.
Sácalo del aire, mío.
Throw to second.
Ahí, carajo, por gato.
That ends the inning.
Demasiado gato, Lindor.
Stolen base attempt, got in position quickly, and a strike down to second base to end the inning.
Back in the Bronx, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Austin Wells. And there's a foul ball.
Bolilla y espaguetilla. Métele bota, mío. Vamos a la curepa.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent, so you got to stay ready up there.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Yeah, one of those umpires, you just have to know what to expect, right?
Exactly.
Good eye right there. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Dale ahí, mono mío. No lentity. Vitilla, mío. Dale, Vitilla, ya, la agarré atractiva, mío.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Wow. Va agarrando adelante, mío. Empieza a coger el time, mono. Dale con el power. Ya, se la agarré atrás de nuevo.
Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Giancarlo
Stanton to the plate now. Stanton launched a homer in his most recent game. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Soto makes the grab. That's out number 2.
Batting sixth, the second baseman, Jazz.
Dale en vitilla, mío, a Sotico. Me la puse palma ahí de una vez, mío, no bulto. Le dio duro y curvero, mío.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. To the right side, Alonso throws to first in time, and that is that. 1-2-3, go the Yankees. They trail it here.
Bueno, me lleva sin el pichecito. El mío le han metido 5. En la cara larga los Yankees, ahí no la baje, mío.
Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. All right, so Monument Park out there in center field at Yankee Stadium. Have you gotten a chance to check that out?
Boog, I have seen it more after my playing career than I did as a player. But as a broadcaster, many times entering and exiting through the center field fence, particularly in the playoffs, get a chance to take a glimpse over. And I got to say, you do get some goosebumps.
Hacks and misses.
Llévatelo, mío, mío.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there.
Ay, 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 aquí viene el bravo de Gurabo. Me dio para afuera de una vez, Titi, mío, mío. Yo picheo, me la agarró. Sonando.
Soto.
Sonando.
Now, no balls and a strike. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors.
Ay,
Are you
tírale,
able to
mono.
get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where hitters hit the ball, but within the new shift rules?
Fino el mono.
An area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball is so many more people behind the scenes that are contributing to the success between the lines.
Ay, lo sacamos atrás, Titi, mío, mío.
It wasn't the empirical data we have now. It was a guy with a ruler and a diamond taking a colored pencil and drawing a line where he thought someone had hit the ball.
Right?
That or just going off of gut or feel. What does it look like his swing is today? What's the pitcher throwing? They are sticking to the metrics and what seems to be most consistent for that hitter, regardless.
Dámele like, Titi, mío, mío. Vamos a la curepa. Ay, lo bailó. Araya.
Nothing doing for the Mets as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Set for the bottom of the third. Here's the veteran first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Vamos a ver cuál es que le va a dar el primer hit a este mono.
And that one fouled off.
Atractivo.
These Yankees, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time. And that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
Ah, carajo. Me la mañengueó el mono. La agarró Sotico, mío, mío.
And there's one down.
Batting eight, the left fielder, Jason.
Here's the left fielder, Jason Dominguez. Second in the AL in home runs. Dominguez with a homer in his last game.
Súbela, mío, mío. Ay, no.
And he was fooled.
Ooh, one strike. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
That one lifted to left. Nimmo ranging after it. 2 down.
Otro fly, mío, mío. Ah, carajo.
The third baseman,
Oswaldo Cabrera.
Vamos, bien tú.
2 for 5
Vamos
to
a
finish
elegir,
out the
mío,
series
mío.
on Wednesday.
Vamos apretaditos en esta vuelta, mi gente. ¿Qué es lo que dice? El pichecito no tiene maniado. No tiene maniado. Fly, man.
Siri sizing this one up. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Back now with the Subway Series. Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Alvarez in his 3rd season, 23 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. And there's the strike. Misses the sweeper.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Nimmo stands in now and watches strike 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
That one down the line. Fair ball. So a man at first. And next for the Mets, Brett Beatty. Hit in the air, left field. Volpe sizes this one up. And that is that.
Vamos ahora. Vamos a darle hicito, mío.
Mets
Lo
lead
que
1.
dice.
They're up.
Vamos a
Ready to
esto.
go.
Para esa pantalla, mío.
Anthony Volpe.
Volpe.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Oh, he's looking great so far.
Bueno, no se la hallo al mono, mío. Tiene maniado.
If he keeps this up.
Me tiene maniado el pichecito, Aquí, mío. Ven para que te cure como aquí, tu chupite.
Just
Ay.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
Let's go, man.
Still a 1-2 count.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's
Vamos
much easier to do damage against mistakes.
atractivo,
But that's not what
mío.
that pitch was.
That
Cuidado ahí,
misses.
mío.
He's great hitting
A
the
la
ball the other
vitilla.
way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Fastball is outside.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Abre el ojo, mío. Abre el ojo,
Left
mono.
side, and it goes just foul. Got him looking.
Ay, me la pillaron. Yo pensaba que iba a quedar bajita, mono. Quedó en la rayita ahí.
Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards
El
K.
mono no está fácil. Ay. Mala mío.
The Yanks yet to pick up a hit here. That one
Dios.
fouled off.
La bolita que está difícil, mío.
0-2 now. Just
Ball, that's
missed.
too high.
Me poncha el mono.
Next
No.
offering is down low.
Ay, por un chinchín y caigo en el gancho, mío. No, ya, mira dónde fui a
K
caer.
is his third of the game.
Jesús santísimo. Qué vitilla ni más mala la mía hoy. Vamos mala la vitilla, mío. Mira para allá, que vamos ponchado
Here comes
feo.
Aaron Judge.
Ah, carajo. Apareció Diosito. Cógelo, mono. Que rompimos enojito, por lo menos. Para ligarle esta ahora, mono mío.
He hit that ball really well.
Y
in
un
deep right
cañañá
field.
durísimo,
Got a pitch
man.
drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite
Ah,
have the
Babosú.
trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Now at the plate,
Vamos,
Austin Wells.
Bosú.
And that one pulled foul.
Agarramos adelante de 9, chiqui. Vamos a esto, que 3.
Man at second. That one close, ruled a ball.
Ya quería el mono.
There, but didn't get the strike in
Yo
the
no,
knees,
mono.
and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Ahí.
Popped in the air, left field. Nimmo makes the catch.
Atractivo,
And that is that.
Naki, mío, mío.
Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Schmidt back to work. In for a strike. 0-1. And that one fouled off.
Le vaqueaste la carita, mío. Ay, qué malo soy, Titi. Agárralo ahí, mío.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Se ve bien tú ahí.
Cabrera hauls it in, 2 away. Jesse Winker up now for the Mets.
Designated hitter, Jesse Winker.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Está cogido para el otro, mío.
2 down, nobody on.
Suena la campanita. Ahí. Amanilló el mono. Manlliga esa, mono viejo.
3 up, 3 down for him there.
Bueno, tenemos que ligarle, mío. Vamos tantico. Que le voto tantico, mío.
And a foul ball.
You know, these Yankees just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them.
La que está ardiendo, mío. Carajo.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1.
Oh my God. Le tiré ese swing adelante, mío.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now at the plate.
Me llevan con Ram.
First time.
Chisholm Jr.
In the air, left field, down the line. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Ese mono.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt, flying to right his first time.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Swinging a
Por
foul
este
back,
pichecito me ha salvado, mío. Tiene maniado. A Duripulvero, el mono.
But he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
The Mets leading by 2, last half of inning number 5. And that skips in the dirt. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Estoy tirando adelante a la bolita. A la que llegue, mío. Mira ahí, la dejé llegar.
Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. So the Yanks go in.
Me sorprendió ese retazo, mío.
Back now with
Bueno, no estamos de nada en esta vuelta. Y vuelve estos tipos, fatigarlo. Ay, castígalo, mío mío. Ay, ay, ay. Sí, ahí te castigan a ti, mono viejo. Carajo. Uy. Ahí lo tiene, maniao. Se la comió por fin. El ponché, mono. Vamos a esto, mete 3.
He's 1 for 2. Check swing and he went.
El pichecito enderezado después de esa 2 en el primero. Le han hecho marketing. Está duro el mono.
And the sweeper is off the plate.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Llévatelo, mío mío.
The count is 2-2. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th.
Ay, qué alta me quedó.
And now it's 3-2.
Ay, ahí, móncala, 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 móncala. Móncala ahí, mío mío.
2 down, base is empty. Francisco Alvarez digs in now.
The catcher, Francisco.
Right there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Ay, 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 otro fuetazo que le dieron.
And that keeps the inning going.
¿Dónde va, mío mío?
The left fielder.
So digging in, Brandon Nimmo.
Ey, fuerte.
Base knock center field.
Cuidado, que te dan durísimo, pichecito mío.
Runner puts on the brakes at second.
Están por ligar de nuevo, hermano.
With 2 out. Jeff McNeil stands in.
Sáquete in, mono, nada más.
If he can get through this
Ay,
one,
ay, ay,
put up
está
a zero.
feo.
This will help in his
Fallando la
outings to come.
primera. Métela ahí, mío mío.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Alvarez, the lead runner at second. Nimmo at first, 2 out.
Uy, bailó con swing, mío mío.
2 strikes.
Lo bailó con swing.
Still
Se
1
le
and
quedó
2.
enganchado. Engáñalo. Engáñalo.
Another 2-2
Está duro el mono.
2 aboard, 2 outs.
Está duro el mono, no quiere caer en el gancho. Ey, fuerte. Ay, ay, ay. ¿Y cuál es que te va a llevar el mono? Vamos a ver ahí, Kitty mío mío. Lo con tu Kitty mío mío. Lo dejan viendo en el aire, mi gente. Vamos a ligarle ahora que nada más son 2 monos. Vamos, Dominguito, póngale número a la casa. Este pinchecito está duro, mío mío. Me tiene bizcocho. Viendo la doble. Adelante y atrás, Kitty, nada más, Kitty. Vela ahí, carajo. Un dobletazo, mío mío. La cogió con una mano, el mono. Vamos a ligar ahora, mío mío. Móntala bien tú. Pátame este jueguito, mío mío. Móntala bien tú. Móntala. Eso, mío mío, carajo. Loré, vamos a darle ese pichecito. Está bueno ya, Kelly, mío mío. Empatamos el jueguito ya, Kelly, mío mío.
You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
And stepping in
Vamos, golpecito. Síguele la tonda. Síguele la tonda, mío mío.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumped.
Falta Codillo ahora.
Let it get deep.
Vámonos, Codillo.
And then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And here comes Bellinger.
Ay, ay, ay.
Pounding ball here, rolls foul. Strike two. Double-barreled action.
Siempre le tiro a esa bola con Codillo para allá. Se la lleva. Se la lleva, mío mío. Dale a esa, mono.
Sharp slider.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
That one missed.
That's inside.
With the go-ahead run at first.
Endereza ahora, mono. No quiere enderezar ahora. Endereza. Y adelante, mío mío.
Conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And it remains 2-2.
La agarré a Chepa atrás, me estuvo a sorprender ahí.
Fights it off. We'll see another.
Along,
along. Back coming up.
Ay, carajo, la murió.
Siri in position. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Tyler McGill.
Vino la grúa y se lo llevó, mío mío. Vamos a ver este pichecito cómo le va con Joe.
It's been a big issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
Here is Aaron Judge. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
Ay, que swing adelante, me voy de boca, mío mío. Espera, la mono.
Runners on. It's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
That misses the zone, and now it's even 1-1. Ground ball right side, could be two. Off balance speed, there's one.
Pero me la sacó del codo, mío mío.
Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. This is the Subway Series on the show. Back in New York, now the third baseman, Brett Beatty.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. Well, he's back out there to begin the seventh. That surprised you at all, Chris?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little rough the sixth inning there, but his skipper's got a lot of confidence.
No voy a tener me aguante el pichecito este, mío mío.
On how he does in this one.
Ahí, carajo, lo mordió.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next pitch is out.
Vaya, ándase la mono.
To the right side, and that one.
Ay, mío mío, suave con suave.
That's the first out, the top of the seventh. And next for the Mets, Jose Siri. 0 for 2 in this one. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Mángalo, mío mío. Ahí ven, búscalo.
Here in the top half of inning number 7.
Ven, búscalo con la carita.
And stays alive.
Búscalo con la carita, mío mío.
And now it's Frankie Lindor.
Falta mío, para que te vaya limpio, Jacqueline.
Especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Inside, just missed.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Ah, carajo. Está
The
cogido.
thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise,
Está cogido, mío.
And the third
Vamos a esto, me que trefe.
and the Mets go down 1-2-3.
Pal,
And this game is
partido
still
de pal.
tied 2-2.
Vamos a darle una hora para sacar el pitch atrás. Que vaya
Mets with a new
ganopla.
arm on the mound. Danny
Ganopla, mío.
bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Hermosura, ven, métele voto, mío.
just missed.
Qué suerte, esa dibuja esa, se mueve como un croco. No le tire a Chepa, mío.
And he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2015.
Mira la me cayó.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Ball, 1 strike.
Swing miss as he was out front.
Difícil, mono viejo.
On that fastball, out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Qué difícil, mono.
And he takes it himself for the out. And here is Giancarlo Stanton.
He's a big, strong guy. He can untie this game with one swing.
Stanton.
Swings through the sweeper.
0-1's the count.
La la.
In the air, left field.
Quedó.
Pretty well struck. Nimmo sizing this one up. And there's 2 away. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees.
Second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Ay, pero chocolate sin pagar. Dámale un hijito, mío. Ay.
And it's 0-1.
Ese sweep me tiene burlado.
With that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Mira la que lo que era. Lo que era, lo tiré, Chiquín, ahora, mío. Más crazy que yo, Pila. Ay, tírale también, Chiquín, mío.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 7th.
Que se quita la mía. Ay, le iba a tirar también, mono. Va a tumbar la plaquita, mío. El mono está por tumbar la plaquita. Pero ahí. Vamos a ir a eso.
That ends the inning. Nothing across. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
Está bueno por el pichecito ya. Vamos a traerle otro. A ver este. Vamos a ver cómo le va a Chiquín a este, mío.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative.
Uy,
But you got to find a way to
se me ha burlado, mío. Búrlalo.
Here as he fouls it away.
Manganzón. Métele manganzón ahí. Se quedó con la jamaca. Ay, viene el bravo de curado, mío. Totico coco, mío.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. On the ground, right side, Chisholm. Tosses
Ahí, mono, me la va a dejar pasar, Pili.
Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Pete Alonso.
Alonso.
Swing and a miss.
0-1.
Swings.
Ay, le hizo como yo adelante, mío mío. Vamos a meterse ahora. Vamos a ligarle un Nikiti, mío mío.
Back in the Bronx, Paul Goldschmidt now.
The first baseman.
Con una, mío mío.
Goldschmidt.
Ay, gordito. Gordito, tú no has hecho nada. Este pinche está rabioso.
Young back to work. That's
Este pinche tiene que corica, mío mío. Una serpiente que él manda con veneno. Mira.
Fouled off down the right side.
Agarré atractiva, mío. Espera,
ground ball right side. Alonso steps on the bag, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the eighth. Jason Dominguez.
Last time, just missed out on a home run.
And that misses. And that's ball one.
1-0.
There's a swing and a miss.
Ay. Un lado que me tiene el mono.
He gets there on a slide. And they get the out.
Just so impressed with the movement.
Arm
strength was there, and of course, was getting the out.
Bien tú que le puso número a la casa, mío mío.
He's already homered
A la derecha ahora. Ay, caraya.
Straight back.
Ay.
Swing fouled off.
Ese sweep, mío mío. Pero qué swing tiene este tipo.
Two down, nobody on. Pitch misses. Now 1-2.
No. La bebí solito ahora.
New inning getting started, and here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
Toca hacerle Nakiti ahora.
That one finds the zone.
Para hacerle una, mío mío. ¿Dónde parará, Kitty? Ahí. Se la bebió el mono. Ay.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just...
Llévatelo, mío mío. Carita para allá, Cali.
Here in the ninth. And next for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Dibujando el mío ahora.
Hit hard on the ground and short. Over to Golden.
Suave con suave.
Quickly, 2 away. So up next, Jeff McNeil.
Second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
And a foul ball. Out towards left center. Bellinger's sizing it up. He's got it. And that's the third out.
Vamos a ligarle una ahora, golpecito, mío mío.
Top of the order, due up.
Ay, la tanda para cerrarlo con todo, mío mío.
Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Dedniel Nunez.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league.
So back to the top of the order. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Anthony Volpe. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back.
Ya, vale.
Almost
fielder,
allows
Yo
Clark to the
pico.
inning on that first
Te la
pitch, man. He's
llevaste,
going to want
mío.
that one back, no doubt.
Sabe que
And
Volpi
up
le
to
iba a
the
dar para
plate comes
afuera de
Cody
una vez.
Bellinger. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. First pitch doesn't find his zone. Activity in the bullpen. Edwin Diaz up and loosening in the pen. Minter, the lefty, warming up as well. Swing and a miss. And 1-1. All tied up. We're in the last half of the 9th inning.
Ah, carajo, te la va a llevar, mono, Quédate ahí, quédate ahí. Ay, ay, ay.
Position with one gone.
All over that one right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. Really important at bat coming up now.
Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Now it's the right fielder, Aaron Judge. And that one is lifted in the air. Soto going after it.
Mira que fly, dime, Homero. Y salí tarde también.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's as
Una reta en el medio, lo que le dio un fly mío. Oye, eso. Bueno, güey. Te toca a ti, mío, que no ha dado nada, man. Te toca a ti, güey, Kiti. Naki, mío. Mira quién está aquí. Dale para allá, Kelly. Dale para allá, Kelly. Pasa por ahí. Ay, 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 llegó. Mira cómo ganamos, mío. Qué chepita la de esto. Mira cómo están celebrando, mío. Ay, baila la cinturita, mío. Ay, y ese cuadro que cogió este, que para la foto. La cara larga del otro lado, mío. ¿Qué hiciste de chepa, yo mío? Naki, mío. Nos ganamos de chepa. Soy primero, mi gente. Vamos al otro. Vamos a ver cómo nos va en el otro, mío. Estamos feos para llevar la wiki, manío mío. Naki. Dimos 6 y 3 carreras. Ellos 8. Y yo tú supiste, mío. El único que dio ron Sotico ahí, mío. Y el dientú del lado mío. Se fue doble, mío. El palo de dientú, velo ahí. El dientú fue que me puso a ganar, mi gente. Naki. Vamos al otro. Vamos allá. Vamos a ver, Kitty mío.
Live from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the New York Mets taking on the New York Yankees. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy.
Yeah, just impressive contact and seems to find every gap available, Boog. I can't wait to see him in action in this one. Practically unstoppable as of late.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. All right, just about ready for baseball. And on the hill, the lefty, Carlos Rodon. And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Vamos a esto, me quedé tres. Vamos a ver cómo nos va, que tiene esta vuelta, mío mío.
You expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it, and I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher, even though we don't see the same splits on the road.
Como al compa con el team, mi gente, comparta. Me falta ni de falta, mío mío. El otro pasó bajito. 3-2, vamos a ver cómo va a pasar esto. Ay, el ampalla me la dio de una vez. Qué jodito, no. El ampalla me dio el mono. Pensaba que me iba a llevar chocolate. Chocolate sin pagar, mío mío.
This is one of the best teams in the league when it comes to drawing walks, Chris. So we'll probably see a very patient approach from them.
Yeah, Boogie, that's often what leads to a lot of runs scored. You get runners on base, you work that pitch count up for the opposing pitchers, and then you take advantage when they make mistakes, you get into that bullpen. You can tell that everyone up and down this lineup just comes in with a great plan of attack, a lot of patience, just like you said.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Got a ball, one strike.
Pues me dan duquiti.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air.
Le han dado de fly para allá, por lo mío.
2 outs, base is empty.
Y viene el guapo Bravo, mío.
Soto hitting third in the lineup, and he's a former home run derby champ. Fastball for a strike at 95.
Mete para allá, mono.
Pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes in very difficult.
Vete con el primero, mío. Carajo. Ahora llevamos el rana, mío.
Now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. Pitching in our game today, Kodai Senga. Singy, he's kind of a
bueno, este pichecito, mío. Vamos a ver cómo le bateamos a este, mío.
They're so used to just
vamos allá.
being at home and having the fans behind them, but this guy seems to thrive
and
being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
Ay, ay, ay.
As he swings through it.
One ball, one strike.
A la mía, mío.
That's outside.
That's a ball.
And it's 2-1.
Parte y de parte, mi gente. Estamos cogiendo el target. Sí, no, amor. Se vino tirando un saco de bola.
That one misses.
Cuenta lo que trae un saco de bola, mío.
Focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Here's Cody Bellinger. Fourth in the American League in batting average this year. And that is out of play. Ground ball right side, it squirts through.
¿Qué hiciste con ojo, mío?
To second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting.
Vamos, papayo. No te marches, dale lo mío.
Behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and You'll take that anytime you can get him to find
Así,
a
no,
Aaron
no, no,
Judge
espérate, ¿qué
swings
lo
through it for strike
que
one.
rápido me le fui de una vuelta. Ojalá que llegue, mío mío. Ay,
Out front for strike two.
engañado dos
He
veces
knows
con dos
they don't want to
bolones,
give him
mono.
anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's
Déjate
capable of going
engañado
out
esa
there and
también.
doing damage with
Ya,
it.
ya, creo lo que era para allá. No le quiere pichar.
Swing and a miss, struck
En
him
otra
out.
bola me fui. En 4 bolas, mío, mío.
Now here's the
Mala
Yankees
mía,
cleanup
porque
hitter,
queréis batear
Austin
rápido.
Wells.
Seems like he's making
Este piche
contact with
vedazón que
everything
no la
lately.
pone.
Hits in each of the
No
last
la
6
ponen,
games.
mono.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball.
Naki,
One
mío,
out.
mío.
Runners at first and second.
Me sacan el duro de una vez.
That
Con
one
toda esa
misses,
bola.
and it's 1-1.
Y yo
He's
haciéndole
looking for a
swing.
ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
And there's a ball.
Si no,
Good
mira,
spot
ese
for
mono
the
tira
hitter.
un pile
Definitely has the
bola,
advantage in this count with runners
Yo
on.
haciéndole
For him to be
swing.
aggressive on this next pitch.
That one is
Mira
upstairs.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate.
¿Qué lo que dice, mío, mío?
The hitters count.
Giancarlo
Es gratis por ahí,
Stanton
como
in the
dice mi
on-deck
amigo
circle, hoping
Isaac.
to get a chance to make a big
Ahí
impact
vino
here.
ya.
And that'll load the bases.
2 outs in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
Ay,
Stanton gets out of the way.
ay,
That's
pero
ball
este
one.
no quiere entrar, este mono. ¿Y qué es lo que dice? Entra por ahí, mono, que gratis, mío, mío. Entra por ahí.
All loaded up here in the second game of the series.
Ay, ay, ay.
I wouldn't throw
Me
him another
pilló
breaking
ahora,
ball.
mío,
Trying to get
mío.
the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Cuts and
Oh,
misses.
¿qué es la que hay de él?
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing.
Está el tío tuya.
Nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Fouled off. He was late. So they're all loaded up with 2 outs. Swing and a foul out of play.
Well, they're really
Sí,
running
la
up the pitch
serie,
count
la
this first
franquicia.
inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
Went with the
Normal, vamos a tirar uno normal. Yo creo que da tiempo. Y después podemos tirar uno bien aquí.
Headed towards the corner.
Pues yo estoy malo en el bateo.
Volpe on third. Bellinger on second. Wells on at first with 2 down. Left field. Nimmo.
Se quedó. Invítame entonces.
He's got it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning.
A dejarlo ahí.
And the Yankees leave them loaded.
Vamos a jugar con Isaac, mi gente, ahora. Naki, vamos a seguir la serie después, mío, mío. Tú supiste.
All set for the start of the inning. Here's the third baseman.
Parte y reparte, mío, mío. Me invita, Damon, cuando tú puedas. Vamos con equipo primero. En una hora. Después podemos jugar uno con el Dinax.
Rodon back to work. That one's in there. And
Naki, mío, mío.
multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent and maybe a little generous on the edges.
Yeah, but he'll give a little bit on the
Ay,
edges.
ay,
like
ay,
you
le
said.
di un rachachá duro ahora.
He usually does that when a pitcher is just commanding those parts of the strike zone, and essentially they've earned it.
Me quedó en Beauty, mío, mío.
Now
Nos
to
fuimos.
Francisco
Vamos al
Lindor.
martes, mío, mío. Sigamos la serie después, Kitty. Sí, Dios dos, Soto. Está cogiendo la forma de nuevo ahí, está empezando a conocer. Hey, sí, con 20 años, menos de 27 años, sí, dando dos más de jonrón. Sí. Vamos a tirarle con más friki, tío, a ver qué es lo que dice. A ver, no, déjame preguntar a los dos. ¿Quién? Vamos a tirar con Carlos Rondón. Ah, que tú tienes mi voz, fíjate. Déjame cogerte los mails, entonces. A ver, déjame jugar con los mails. Vamos a ver cómo nos va el Kitty con los mails, mi gente. Ahí. Bueno, yo estoy bateando poco. Pero con Cleo no me gusta. Y el otro pinche, ya le quitan al otro. Déjame ver cómo picha la mona esta de Cleo. Está pichando duro ahí. Bueno, yo voy a dejar esto así entonces. Vamos a ver cómo bateo yo con esto así. Y el pichecito de Clay, oh, mío, mío.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the New York Mets going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And now, please welcome your
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Pirates.
Just about set to go. And on the hill, the big righty, Paul Skeens. What do you look for here?
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead
Vamos a
in the
ver
count.
cómo estamos en el
What I love about
bateo,
him,
con la
you get into the
viquilla,
later
con
innings
los
of the ball game,
Mekiti.
and the velocity seems to go
Ya
up.
que estadio,
Okay,
le
all
más
set to
raro
go.
coger el mono.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Ay, 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 aquí viene el sweeper, mío, mío.
0-2 now.
Aquí
And
viene el
that one
sweeper.
hammered.
Está ahí, está ahí. Es
Onto the
un
track,
asustico,
and he makes the catch.
nomás.
And now it's Juan
Back
Soto.
second, the right fielder, Juan Soto.
Vamos, Sotococo, mío, mío. Ay,
And
ay,
first
ay.
offering is fouled
Qué duro
off.
tira ese.
Swings and
Wow.
misses, went with the sweeper.
He normally does
Sweeper
damage
ese,
on
me lo
that
fui
pitch in
adelante.
that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you
Me
want to
le
throw it
fui
again, though.
adelante. Ay, ay, ay. A 102 ese
0-2.
animal. Ay,
And they'll
ay,
do it
ay, Kitty
again.
mío, mío. Estamos pelándola.
One down, base is empty. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
No sé.
That's a ball. Trying to attack with the sweeper.
No, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count.
Knows the strike
zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
The first
Alonso.
Alonso.
Chop to third. Hayes zips it to first. Third out, and that ends the frame.
I'm on floor, man.
And we're back.
Vamos a ver cómo
And today's
picha la mona,
starter,
man.
Clay Holmes. What's the word on him?
Well, he comes in
Ah,
hitters
pero
with a
tiene mucho
five-pitch mix, so
lanzamiento.
for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on one or two pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Ah, pero él no tiene fe, este mono.
Swings through it, and that's a
Sweep.
strikeout.
Sweep.
Second, the
Here's
designated
McCutchen.
hitter, Andrew McCutchen.
That one out to right. Soto gets under it. Nabs it. And there are 2 down. Brian Reynolds here.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Ball 1, no strikes. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Next offering in there for a strike. Yeah, the count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And good work there as he gets a 1, 2, 3.
Bueno, menos resolvió en el mono. Vamos a ver cómo le va.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. And stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Canario pulls it down and he makes the catch. There's 1 down. Here's Starling Marte.
He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely
Dio en el
missed it.
amarillo
Man, this guy
atrás,
was
una
ready to hit.
retadura.
And he blows that one by
Dura, mío, mío.
Skeens,
Pedra.
22 years old. And he's a former Rookie of the Year.
Ay,
Swing
ay,
and a
ay,
miss, and
después
that's
el
strike
sweep.
2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
En la esquinita. En la esquinita, mío.
1 down, base is empty. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Brett Beatty up now for the Mets.
Naki, mío.
Swing and a miss.
Para
Strike
que te
1.
cure de
0
una.
the count.
Next offering upstairs.
Parte y reparte, mío. Ay, carajo.
Left field, going back. And it hits the
Yo
fence.
pensaba que se le iba a llevar el mono también.
It drops in. And he'll pull into second safely.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that.
Dobletazo, fue bueno, mío.
Dreaming about as a hitter, so no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Now a chance for Francisco
Ay,
Alvarez.
ay, pero Álvarez.
Miss and 1
Monaguillo.
on the radar gun.
Monaguillo.
That's strike 2.
El sweeper me saca el aire.
First here after that clutch 2-out double made
No,
this inning
no,
interesting.
Amparo.
Alvarez tries to hold
Sí.
up, appeal to first. He
Se
did
la
not
vuelta,
go
yo.
around.
Esa es la vuelta,
Swing and a fly
Joe.
ball, well struck left
Se
field.
quedó ahí.
He makes the grab, and that is that.
Oh, pero fue error de allá atrás, Isa. Que tú no la cogiste.
Bottom of the inning, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Joey Bart.
Joey Bart.
Oh, yo pensaba que había sido error tuyo de la máquina fuerte.
Up the middle, McNeil. Now a jump throw. Nicely done for the
Oh.
out.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
No es muy bueno ese ahí.
Fought off foul. One out, bases empty. And that one fouled off.
Fíjate, mío.
And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Alvarez collects, fires to first. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the
Ay,
game come to you.
McNeil gets it to first. That's the inning.
Bueno, estamos los 2-0 por lo menos.
Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. And now here's Jeff McNeil.
McNeil.
Skeens back to work. Fouled off left side.
Well, these Mets definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time, and that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Pumping serious gas at 102 on that one. So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
That to right. Reynolds squeezes it out.
Ese pitcher me lo está comiendo, mío.
Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor.
El pitcher está durito el curvero.
Lindor swings through that one.
Mira que engaño.
Top of the third, no score. The shortstop takes the ball.
Comparte, mío.
The 1-1 is fouled.
Caray, la agarré Alan. Ay. Por un chimelinche, hermano. Había Cepita atrás. Andaba la 3 Mira ahora. La bebí.
And we're back as we go to the last of the third. Here's Adam Frazier. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
They take a lot to get a result for that at bat. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Now batting Key Brian Hayes. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
You know, these Pirates, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
That one 95 to finish
Agárralo de sorpresa, mío.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa will hit next. Runner takes off. Tap foul at the plate. That one fouled off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 0-2. And that one upstairs.
Wow.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count. 2-2 to count.
In the dirt, blocked.
Naki,
Frazier,
mío,
the
mío.
runner at second with one away.
Ay, le
Spoils that
tiró
one,
a
and it
Altre.
remains 2-2. Out to short. Lindor.
Pero suelta la DH. Yo pensaba que llegaba de que a sacar eso. Saque de primera, ya que iban dobados, mono. Qué bruto fui yo. Mira ahora donde estoy metido. Y que por buscar ese de tercera. Sácalo, mío, mío. ¿Cómo que sé? Bueno, ahora sí estamos cogidos.
That one catches the corner for a strike.
I think ultimately
Buena, como que
get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel.
Tírale a esa que te gusta.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike. Nothing happening on the
Sabía que se iba a devolver y no tiré para allá.
De
Paraguay.
His first time.
McCutcheon.
Up the middle. Lindor.
Que lo deje ahora, mona. ¿Por qué lo dejé ahorita? Vamos ahora, malocorita. Vamos a ligarle una que sea, mío mío. Ya que ligo su hijo, que nada, que li...
And welcome back to the ballpark. Out of the fourth.
Ay, 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 me le di en el primer chocolate. Con todo a Soto.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Something
I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Ay, ay, ay. Que sí, que asesinato.
Swings and misses. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. First time up, he grounded to third. Late on that fastball.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big-time velo on the bump and big-time pop at the plate.
Hard grounder.
Súpelo ahí, mío mío.
So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the
Ya lo quemamos por lo menos. Como obligatorio ahora.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely
Ay, así no obran los mismos.
That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it.
Abre el ojo, 103, como no tira durísimo. No, ya sí la pasó.
The batter, number 6. Designated hitter.
Starling Marte up to hit. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And takes low for ball 1. That's a ball, went with the sweeper.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Wow.
Swing and a miss. That one at 1-0-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
El aire asesino. Ay, ay, ay. Me pela con esa retoque. No.
Ricky Holiday with the call.
¿Cómo me le fui a esa ya?
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the right fielder, Ryan Reynolds. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Yeah, that's fouled off. And the 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Salame.
Salame,
mono.
And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
The catcher number 14.
This is Joey Bart.
Salame, Dios mío. Tu quitó la vaina.
Swing and a pop-up.
Búscala, mono.
McNeil pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. And now the first baseman, Spencer Horwitz. 0-for-1 so far.
Horwitz.
Lined into right. Two outs, runner at first. Now it's Alexander Canario. Center field. Taylor moving under it.
Aplacito,
And makes the grab. And that
mío.
And we're back. Ready now for the 5th inning. And stepping in for New York, Brett Beatty.
Uh-huh.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
Well, these Mets definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging it.
Yo le di a uno también. Ay, ay, ay. Mira cómo la despegó este. Qué bestia. Ella después que cayó. 4:48.
That'll fire up the dugout. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0.
Well, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, such a good chance that it's going to hook foul, but not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
Sí.
Alvarez now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there.
Yo le di a uno así también, quedó durísimo. Otro. Se endereza, te enderezate. Ya, se torció, mío.
But if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you executed just a long strike.
Qué dichoso este Salame, mío mío.
And he's down on strikes. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. Jeff McNeil stands in. He swings and fouls one off.
Ay, caraya. Es un dobletazo por ahí, mío mío. Pero corre que te alcanza, mono. Coge 3 para mañana.
Everything came together for him. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result.
Oh, and now a wild pitch. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. One away with a runner at 3rd. And we're at the top of the 5th.
Dios, pero qué adelanto, mío. Mucho adelanto. Ay, ay, ay. Ya lo pifiaron.
So the lineup flips over. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. 0 for 2 in this one. Out towards right center. That's well struck.
Resuelve Lindor. Resuelve Lindor, amigo mío. Carajo, la sonó bonita, amigo mío.
It's their 2nd home run of the inning, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0.
Ay, 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 mi gente, ahora sí castigamos al mono fuego ahí con uno en base. Le dio la espalda. Falta ese tico ahora, mío mío. Dale la bienvenida a este pichecito. No te abobies, mío mío. Así no.
Soto, a former All-Star, 26 years old. He joined the team as a free agent.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
Foul ball still 0-2.
Wow,
2 outs, base is empty.
Bueno. Carajo, por lo menos dio un hit el mono.
And that's a base hit.
Está bueno ahí. Un turno más, Kitty.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete.
Man at first, Pete Alonso getting ready to hit. And a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Here's the second baseman, Adam Frazier.
Adam Frazier.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Just missed.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at-bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Almost got him.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Swings through that.
Count full.
And down on strikes he goes. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
The third baseman,
So
number
digging in,
13.
Puso buena ahora el nene.
struck out looking in his first at bat.
Hey.
In the air, out towards left center. Nimmo puts it away, and there's 2 down. Isaiah kind of fell up to the plate. 0 for 1, he hit into a fielder's choice his first time. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Waste no time there.
Buena ahí, buena. Tratamos, pero no pudimos.
And certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
And now O'Neill Cruz gets down, base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone.
Ahí, pichecito. Alita en coche. Alita en coche, mío mío.
That's out number 3.
Carajo.
All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Barucki back to work. Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-1.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Este me está engañando, pichecito.
The 0-2.
Ah, carajo.
In the air, left field, Canario makes his way towards
Canario,
it.
sigue Canario allá.
One
un Canario a ti.
And now the Mets DH, Starling Marte.
Naki, mío, mío.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away.
Agarró atractivo el mono. Ay, ay, ay. Esa bola se ve afuera y entra, mío, mío. No me da tiempo. Llégale, mono. Sí, ahí, mío, mío.
The third baseman.
1 gone, runner at first.
Ahora.
Now for the Mets. He's already homered here in this one. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Mío, mío.
0-1's the count.
Qué
Next
duro.
offering is fouled back. That one not close. And the count is 1-2. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Se pilló el mono.
So 2 down now, and here is Francisco Alvarez.
La cepilló, que la mío, mío. Aquí, mi gente. Vamos a
Now
ver.
pitching for the
Vamos a tomar
Pirates,
reto, mío, mío.
number 50, Carmen.
Comparte y reparte, mío, mío.
That one
Dámele.
inside.
Oh, the adrenaline's pumping
Tú le
right
das más
there. Pretty
tiene,
good
mono.
fastball. Unfortunately, he got away from him. He's going to have to corral things a little bit.
That'll drop in as
Ese
he plays it
traqueo,
on
pues yo
high.
pensaba que le llegaba a la bola. Mira lo que él sabe.
Now 2 on with 2 outs.
The
Couldn't
batter,
exactly
number 1,
square that one
Pero
up,
yo
but
te vi
sometimes you have
modelando
to.
ahí, no sé
Flared
qué
it
lo
out there,
que.
got it to drop for the base hit. I think
Digo,
he got it
a
on
lo
the handle
último.
just a little bit, but the bat held up for him enough to get something behind that swing.
That's out to center field. Cruz under it. And
Si yo hubiera sabido, me voy directo para abajo. Si yo hubiera sabido que pico, me voy directo para abajo.
And welcome back to the
leading
ballpark.
off for the
Now it's the
Pirates,
switch hitting
the right
outfielder,
fielder,
Ryan Reynolds.
Reynolds.
High fly ball, right field. Soto.
Ahí,
under it.
Sotico, mío, mío.
And there's one
Cuadroso.
down. Here's Joey Bart now. And it's fouled away. The Pirates trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Way out front for strike 2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
That one missed. Comes up
Llévatelo, mío, mío.
Alvarez down to
Es
first.
de un
It's
guardia.
the out, 2 down after the strikeout. 2 down, bases
Now
empty.
batting, the
Next
first
to
baseman,
hit, Spencer Horwitz. 1 for 2.
Horwitz.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Breaking ball
Ball
misses down and away.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
That one finds the zone. 1-2. On the ground, right side. He takes
Y
it
le da
inside to
esa
the bag
bolita
and
ahí
down.
abajo. Estamos ligados, mío, mío.
And we're back. We go to the top of the 7th, and now the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. Straight
Ay,
one.
pero déjala llegar, mono.
1's the count.
Un desespero por batear, mono, Tinac.
0-2 now. That's down and in. A slider missed. Swing and a ground ball. Gloves it on the
Se la
dive.
llevó, pero
To his
llegó
knee,
como
the
quiere,
throw,
gordito.
but he beats it out. And the
Llegó,
leadoff
que la
man is
meo
on with an
mío.
infield single. Back to the top of the order now. Here's Francisco Lindor.
Ay, lindo, Kitty.
Runner takes off. And a foul ball. Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field.
Vete que se picó.
Cruz makes the grab.
Ay, ay, ay.
The throw in.
Me iba yo, dije que picó y a lo último llegó y la agarró.
Here's Juan Soto. 1
Qué
for 3.
tigueraje.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking
Lo iban a
pitches.
agarrar en el aire, mío,
He loves
mío.
going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
Ay,
Off
carajo.
to the right. The 0-1.
Ay, 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 mala mía, con dos malas me
It's a
iba.
ground ball double play opportunity here. You've
Ay,
got to
tres.
lay off pitches down in the zone.
Es
right
mala,
there.
pero hay que
Swinging at that
defender ese
pitch, that's a
plato de
no-no.
aquí para allá, mío, mío. Esa
Ball
no.
misses down and away.
Nasty
1 ball, 2
backdoor
strikes,
slider.
count.
There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it.
Esta
So it's
sí.
a good take by him.
Sweep, ese mejor de siempre. Coge esta, mío, mío. Carajo, la Caribe, el mono. Métela ahí, ya, se ciró, mío, mío, lo agarré adelante.
Hard
Adelante.
on the ground to the right side. And
Estaba
foul.
callando el mono. Pero corre, mono, que tú no corres. Vela, que la botó. Ay, 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 me saca también. Ay, carajo. Vamos a esto, mío, mío.
And that's off the inside edge. Full count now. Swing and a miss,
Me
and he is
llegó a
down on
leer.
strikes for the
Como
third
con 10
straight
picheos me
at-bat.
le hizo a Soto.
And
Lo
here's the
dominó
first
de
baseman,
última.
Pete Alonso.
Un
3-pitch
retazo arriba,
strikeout
mío,
last time
mío.
up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Me apagó
And
la
there's a
luz.
foul ball. Taylor on third with 2 out.
Me apagó la
On the
luz.
ground.
Esa
Oh,
llegó.
looking
O
to
sea,
stop.
se lo
Fires to
sacaron en
first.
camión.
It's there, and that's a great play.
Si hubiera sido Soto ahorita, le había dado esa ahí. Esa patana. Esa patana cargada de relleno,
Bottom of the
mío,
seventh,
mío.
at the plate for Pittsburgh,
Supiste.
Alexander Canario.
Alexander.
Vamos a ver cómo sigue el pichecito.
Late swing, fouled off. Yeah, big
Está
swing and a
duro
miss.
todavía.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Ey, no coge esa.
Hit in
Ay,
the air, right
la
field.
penetró. Ya la están viendo arriba, el mono.
And there's one down.
Olvídate
Well, I
ahorita.
think the key, I mean, if he can get through one
Now
more
back,
inning,
second
anything
baseman,
after that, a
Adam
hitter or two is bonus,
Frazier.
but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Fly ball to
Ahora que
right.
está ahí,
Soto
Soti.
gets under it. 2 away. Now the third baseman, Key Brian
Third
Hayes.
baseman number 13, Key Brian. Hayes.
And there's a strike.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at-bats and get some base runners on.
To third, Baden. Slings it
Llévatelo,
across.
mío,
Third
mío.
out.
Lo llevamos arriba. ¿Qué pasó? Ya, che, se le fue la luz al mono ahora. Yo ganándole. Tú no ves, tú no has visto esto ahora mío, mío, mío. No se puede con Isaquili ahora, mío, mío. Va a tener que comprar un Invisóquili. Pero que dice. Naki, naki, mío, mío. Vamos a ver si le llega de un ratico, mío, mío. Vamos a ver, vamos a esperar, mío, mío. Si no, vamos a terminar la franquicia, a ver. Naki, naki, mío, mío. Vamos a esto, me quedé 3. Entra, entra, mío, mío. No dice nada el monkey. Vamos a ver. Ah, pero que quedó en el teléfono. Se le fue la luz al mono. Nada, vamos a ir tirando la franquicia entonces. Vamos a empezar el jueguito que teníamos ahorita, mío, mío. Naki, naki, tu gapo. Mira quién está aquí, mío mío. Vamos a activar al Ben Rackety. Comparte, comparte y reparte, mío mío. Vamos a todo al récord, mío mío. Vamos para el MLB, mío mío. Naki, naki. Vamos a todo al récord, mi gente. Ya lo que he dicho. Le llevábamos 3 a Isaac ya en el séptimo, mío mío, pero se le fue la luz al mono allá. Y tú supiste.
On MLB The Show.
Naki,
It's the New
naki,
York
mío
Mets
mío.
taking on the New York Yankees.
Vamos nosotros aquí, mío mío.
Well, Singy, we get to see one of the hottest hitters in the league today. Quite the streak he's riding.
Seriously, Boog, he's been on.
First pitch coming at you right after the break.
Que íbamos bien, Mekiti.
Just about to get underway. And our pitcher in this game, Carlos Rodon. And Singy, it's not hard to see. He's been outstanding.
Well, you just take a look at the numbers, ERA in the low ones. He's clearly been one of the best pitchers in the league this year. I mean, just dynamic stuff. It's electric as well as it comes through the zone. Hitters trying to figure out what he's doing. So hard to think with. And the only bad thing for him is that your ERA can really only go up. It's hard to take.
Marte on the move. Cut on and miss.
Vinieron bravos, pero lo sacamos del aire, mío mío. Ay, ay, ay. El checito mío vino activo de una vez.
Contact some way or somehow, because that guy's not going to be able to steal second base and be safe.
Comes up empty.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this
Está cogido, mío mío.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball.
Ven, búscalo, mío mío.
Fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Ay, búscalo.
Rodon.
No duro, el mono.
Lately on the mound, really carving up lineups.
Fue.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center.
Ay, la suerte que lo cambié, man. No lo cambié más
The Mets lineup here. They're facing a pitcher
Viene
today who's
Sotico,
prone to
mío
giving
mío.
up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, I think the key, though, and the reason why he gives up those homers is that guys are locking in, they're aggressive, and they have a high confidence level. So I think if that's the approach these hitters take, with the stuff he's got there on the mound, yeah, there's a good chance that there'll be some balls that fly along.
Tiene 19 para la vaca, para me caga la vaca, mío mío.
Frustrated after this one. Some pitchers can go out there and rip off incredible starts, and right now it looks like he's in one of those groups. It's really fun to watch.
Agarró de caballito, mío mío.
Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Mets 0, Yankees coming up. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back at Yankee Stadium, today's starting pitcher, Kodai Senga.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. Senga, 32 years old, and he was born in Japan. And a foul ball.
Vamos a esto, mío mío. Pega la boquilla de una vez, Titi.
The wide to kick the pitch.
Ball. One ball.
Comparte, comparte y reparte, mío mío.
And down
Ay,
on
me deja
strikes.
frisado en
And
el
that's
aire.
the first out.
Frustrating
Qué
end to the
malo.
at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things,
Píllalo,
and I think that was the
píllalo,
case
mío
right there.
mío.
Line drive. And
Ey,
it's
se
caught
la
for the
llevó en
out.
el aire, esos tipos.
Batting third.
And
The
time
right
Pero
now to
así
check
no,
into the
déjala que
Yankees lineup.
pique, mío
A guy who's
mío.
been huge for them over the last month plus, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Not doing anything crazy right now, but he's been solid over the last 10 games. And hey, with that batting average, if it was over the course of a full season, we're talking about Hall of Fame
Aquí
numbers.
no, que mío
333
mío.
over the last 10 games.
Vamos a tocar
1 for
récord,
3
mi
doesn't
gente.
seem
Que
that
lo que
impressive,
toque,
but you know
tranquilo,
what?
mío
It's
mío.
tough to do when you consider a longer
Ay,
stretch.
no,
They're going to
Titi.
enjoy this little run right now.
1-1.
Off the
Oh,
plate
that's off the
inside. And that's ball 2. 2 out, space is empty. And that one
Ay,
wrapped
se la agarré
foul.
despacito, man. Ay, 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 le llegó la luz al mono mío de nuevo, fue.
We got full count.
Comparte, comparte y reparte. Ay,
Judge
ay,
rips
ay,
that
mío
one.
mío. La puse
Soto moving
chiquita
back for it.
ahora.
Out of here.
Ahora sí, mío mío.
So he blasts one out the other way.
Adiós,
His
titiquiti,
19th
mío
home run of
mío.
the year. The
¿Qué es lo que
Yankees
dice
score
Delmo?
first. It's 1-0. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate, and
¿Cuántas veces se te ha ido la luz?
some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his
Oye,
hands
no
right now.
podemos seguir ahí así entonces, ¿no? Oye, yo te dije a ti que te consiga el aparatico ese, mío.
2 outs,
¿Eh?
nobody on. Austin Wells digs in now.
Una batería de tiempo. Una batería, no.
Joey gets on base and keeps it
¿Eh?
going.
Batting fifth. The designated hitter,
Tú pero tú tienes un aparato, lo que te falta es la
He's been doing
batería.
a good job knocking in his teammates. Over the last 10 games, he's knocked in 10 runs.
That's in there. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Wells off of first with 2 away.
Esa es que tú tienes que buscar una que te duran que sean 5 horas, 4, 3.
Ground ball, Alonso. He takes it himself to the bag and
Claro, con una hora que te dure está bien, porque si va y vuelve la luz así como se va y vuelve.
It's an early 1-0
Vaya,
lead.
dime
You're
tú.
watching Major League Baseball.
Aquí, mío
Top of the
mío.
second, and now it's Mark
Te dio el
Vientos.
mío, vale. Lo teníamos Tokio.
Vientos
Vamos a ver
matched
cómo
a
nos va
homer in
con
his
este
last game.
ahora.
Rodon back to work. Just missed.
Ay, ay, ay. Empezó con mal el mono. No temas que tu papá nunca te mío, mono.
And another
Sigue.
ball.
Outside.
Oye,
James
esta
Kingsley
vuelta.
working the plate. Kingsley's pretty well
Pero ven
respected
acá,
around the league.
mío mío.
Yeah, when you
Pon
talk to
por ahí,
players, I
Titi.
think consistently he is
Ahí,
one of the guys you hear
caraya.
compliments about. Players appreciate
Ábalo,
the job he
mío
does back
mío.
there.
Yeah, that's kind of all you can ask for, really, just a fair chance to
Nice.
go out and have success.
Ahí, mono.
Jumps, throws, got it.
Ahí,
Nice
mono.
play.
No lo dejes llegar, mío
Francisco
mío.
Lindor comes up to the plate.
Venga, Lindón.
What about an umpire's height? How much of a
Venga, ese
role
carita
does that
Lindón.
play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
El
Yeah, I
efectivo
think
que lo
it
hace
pushes
ver
the strike
Lindón
zone
ahí
up
porque
a
el
little
suave y
bit,
nada
which,
este,
you know, as
mío
a former hitter,
mío.
you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff.
Quiero
down
que
or so
Guavi dé
consistent.
esa vuelta, mío mío. Ya le sacamos esa
Down
vuelta.
base is empty.
Johnny Kekili. Ay,
Hit the
ay,
air
ay.
out to
Si
center
me da y
field.
te digo yo,
Bellinger
mono, de una vez, Titi.
brings it in, and there's 2 away. Here's Pete Alonso.
Batting fifth. The first baseman, Pete Alonso.
First offering, and it just misses.
Ball 1, no strikes.
And there's a strike.
Naki, mío, mío.
That's off the inside corner. And it's 2-1.
Endereza para allá, Kelly mío. Para que te den lo tuyo.
Right through there for a strike.
No way, Kitty mío, mío. Clávalo ahora. Clávalo.
And it remains 2-2. 2 outs.
Ay, ay, ay. Mono está bravo, mío.
It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Vamos a ver si va a estar bravo ahora ese mono. Ya, mío. Aquí tu vida, pues. Mira aquí está, aquí mío, mío.
Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Vamos, chocolate, sin pagar de los míos. Métele voto, mío.
He swings and misses at the first pitch.
Just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that
mono viejo. Dale a la pelotica, mío. Carajo. Los sopleteado ahí. Ay, carajo, me poncha. Agarré atractivo. No. No. Se pinche un señor mío, como la cogió ese mono. Vamos, Goldie. Métele, Goldie. Goldie, a la que te vaya esa monería.
And that's true even for long-time major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
Ay, pero dice suena bien adelante, man. Esa bolita viene frenética, Es frenética que ya llega en el aire, No la haga. No la hallo, mío. Adelante le tiré. Que viene frenada,
That's inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to.
Viene frenada y me sorprende, mío. 3-3. Vamos allá. Ay, me frenó aquí. Me dejó sorprendido esperando la bolita. Bolilla, mío. Ay, qué fly ni mamá. Fly ni mamá, Kitty.
Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, top half of the third inning. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Oigan eso, mío. 4 veces se le ha ido la luz al mono para allá. Ya ustedes saben. No se puede así, mío. Se le va y vuelve, tumbando hasta la consola se le jode. Acá y quédate ahí. Ponle en el cuadro, mono. Ahí. ¿Qué es lo que anda huyendo, mono viejo? Métele voto, mío. Ahí, carajo.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit
strikeouts.
Again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment.
Swinging
a liner, base hit out into right center field. Now he turns and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Vaya, que le vamos a un cohete, mío.
Fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
And now it's Jose Siri.
Llévatelo, mío.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield,
the
base runner at second has a very good read and can determine
y se lo llevó, mío. No sumarle así mismo, Marquiti. Métele voto, mío. Dámele like, Kitty. Dale me gusta, mío.
Foul off left side.
Cuidado que este mono priva en vaina. Ay, ay,
Swing and a
ay.
foul out of play.
Déjalo ahí.
Good job to fight that one off. Rodon ready. Here comes the other way, and that's just foul.
Also really good bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to
Es un salame. Pero se le acabó su suerte, mío mío.
a lot of
Se lo comieron como quiera.
sometimes you just gotta let it out. That's an outstanding job.
¿Con qué?
Back
Con
here in New
yuca.
York, set for the bottom of the third.
Con
And
yuca.
now it's switching
Ay,
at third
tú,
base.
mío mío.
Osvaldo Cabrera.
Me la puso buena ahorita.
Cabrera went deep in his
Vamos a ver,
most
Titi,
recent
cómo le
game.
toca ahora.
That one is absolutely
Está buena bola.
and it gets into the corner, but it's
La
foul.
cortó allá. Ven, dice Soto, que te voy a sacar. Ay, 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 bien tú. No fallaste de nuevo, mío mío.
0-2 now. Now high fly ball out to left center.
Se la alzó el mono.
One up, one down. Anthony Volpe now at the plate. 0 for 1 after striking out looking to start the game. First pitch misses.
1-0.
Aquí, mío mío. Dale por ahí, golpecito ahí, carajo.
So a man aboard
Necesito no
now.
queda más, Titi. Una codillo ahora, resolver, Titi, mío mío.
Do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Here comes Cody Bellinger. Swinging a foul straight back.
Estaba buena esa, mono. Aquí, mío mío. Vela ahí,
Next
ya.
offering is foul back.
Esa bolita me gusta,
The 0-2. That's down and in.
Métele abajo, mío mío. Que tumbe la plaquita.
And that's
Tumba la
outside.
plaquita, mío mío. Ah,
Scores
carajo.
that one, and it remains
Es
2-2.
atractivo.
And that's downstairs and
Aquí,
outside.
mío
So here we
mío.
go. Base runner at first. Could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Me la voló, me la voló.
He's making
Boli,
things
boli,
difficult for
boli,
himself
mío
right now
mío.
out there on the mound, but you know, he's
Ya,
coming
ya,
to the
papito
high enough
Yoki,
to
la
get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
El picheo le dimos para la Jacqueline.
Judge comes up empty there.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the
No
zone.
te
I think a
cuides,
little
mono
frustration
viejo.
from
Sigue
walking the
picando
previous hitter.
ojo, que yo te lo
He's
voy a
got good
picar,
stuff.
Titi.
Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Judge waits.
Ay, no,
Swings and
así
chases
no,
a low one
man.
there.
No
Sometimes
ball.
being lucky
tipo el ojo
is
era
a
pa'
swing and
poncharme,
miss. If he
mono.
makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Got him
Right.
looking. And he's
A ver,
registered
pasa
3 Ks in this
buenísima.
one.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure. Hacking at those
Now
first two
Bárbaro,
pitches.
mío mío.
That last one
La
fooled
comí
him. He
solita
could have been sitting on
es.
something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust
No la
on
vi.
0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
No la va a agarrar el mono,
Fly ball hit the air
Vamos,
left
vamos,
center field.
corre,
This one's
corre,
got
que
a chance.
picó. Picó de aquel lado, sí. Carajo, apareció Bosú. Apareció David, mío mío. Tenía rato que no daba un huepán con él para me cagar la vaca, mío mío. Ay, Dios mío. Parte tuyo. Vamos a esto, más que 3. Vamos 3 lo lleva ahí por los Yankees. Carajo, se lo iban briqueando ahí a ver si la cogían, mono. Vamos tantito. Ay, 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 me lo fui adelante de nuevo. Pero espérala para que vuelva y la desaforre, mío mío.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Castigó el mono.
They tried to get him to chase
Si
on
la
a slider.
engancha, cae en el gancho, mío mío. Espéralo. Espéralo, mono. Espéralo, mío mío.
But 3 runs across here in the last half of the third.
Ay, ay, ay. Me clavó clavado ahora.
4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Si no es por el bozú, mío mío, de vuelta.
4-0 ball game. You're watching Yankees baseball on the show, NYC. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been
Dale
playing
vitilla,
well.
mío. A la puerta 4 por aquí. Vamos a ver cómo sigue el mono, mío.
That's hard hit on the line.
Ay, le dio un picante. Picante, mío.
Here's Juan Soto. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
Soto.
Pitch misses there. 1-0. Soto measures 6 feet 2 inches, 26 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year.
No la quiere poner el mono. Vamos a bailar con swing.
He's been patient and now he's in the driver's seat with a 2.
Yo te voy a bailar con swing, tranquilo, mío.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes.
Yo te voy a bailar con swing, mono. Ven para que te relajes ahora. Ven para que te relajes, mío. Ven cogiendo.
Mark Vientos will hit next.
Falta la sopla, lo mío. El que más sopla. El viento, mío. Tu chupite. Oye, que chechita la de esto. Ay, carajo, le sopló ahí el viento.
And that keeps the inning alive.
Vente para sacarte, mono.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Lindor batting for the
Aquí
second
viene Lindor,
time,
Kitty.
and that's strike 1.
Aquí viene el boca de peje, mío. Ay,
And that
carajo.
one sliced foul.
Llévatelo, mío. Llévatelo, Fausto.
Struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout
Imagínate,
of the ball game.
mío.
1 hit, 1 left. We're midway
tenemos en la
in the 4th.
mira.
The Yankees 4 and the Mets nothing. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Swung on, belted.
Dio sólido, el mío fue.
Memo going back
La va a
on it.
robar,
Way back
se la va a
there.
robar, pero mañana, mío.
He'll
Ah,
circle
carajo.
bases. It's 5.
Vamos al otro, mío.
Home run of the game.
Con el timón. Cogió el timón, digo el guiso. Digo la yayizo, mío. Chocolate sin pagar. Pero mío. Ay, la metió. Dale tú ahora. Gordito.
I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it.
La llevó lejos, mío.
He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that
Ay, se lo llevaron ya.
And we're going to see a
Pero
pitching
vino la
change in
grúa y lo buscó, mío.
The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Frankie Montas. This is his 5th
Ay,
appearance
trajeron a
of the year.
Frankie Mota, mío.
Number 47, Frankie Montas.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the
Vamos a ver
plate.
cómo le va.
Looking his first time up.
Gordito. Póngale algo bonito. Bien.
Vientos whips it to first. One out in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the
fielder,
left
number
fielder,
24,
Jason Dominguez. Flied out his first
Dominguito, mío mío. Vamos a esto, más que tres.
That clips the inside corner
Ay,
for a
ya me la
strike.
clavaron.
Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets.
Por tal de
David
fino.
Peterson up and throwing. Reed Foley, a right-hander, loosening up as well.
Dale por ahí, que está bueno ese ejercicio, mío mío.
Get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Tranquilo, fiera.
Here's the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. Flied to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And that one fouled off.
Uy. A pillé, mío mío.
And that's way high.
Ahí no.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2
Fue medio,
fastball.
mo.
Has to understand. Probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch. So got to
Ahora,
stay ready for it.
Kitty.
Fly ball down the line.
Atractivo.
And that's a foul ball. And that's outside.
Nati, mío mío.
Dominguez at first.
Vamos a la curepa, mío mío. Ay, ay, ay. Qué mal, Kitty. Ah, carajo, mira dónde saqué yo esa bola. La gente se había ponchado el mono. Mira eso. Ay, el chocolate sin pagar, mío mío.
Back now with the Subway Series. Here's some real power at the plate. Pete Alonso. Ripped to short.
Monta la que está ahí, que le mío mío.
Volpe throws it to first in time. And that takes care of Alonso. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Struck out swinging his first time. And ball one. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And that's in there for a strike. And now it's even. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the fifth. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Llévatelo, mío mío. Bateador modelo, mío. Cree que es modelo el mono.
You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
Una bola corrida ahí.
Jose Siri, the next to hit, struck out swinging his first time. High fly.
Ay, ay, ay. Ya le dieron de coquito al mono. Le dieron de coquito al mío. Con uno en base. Supita, mío mío. José Siri le puso número a esa casita, mío mío. Agarran heavy al mono.
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage.
Mira para allá, Teli, como lo sonaron, mío mío.
And circled the bases.
Bonito, me lo sonaron.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Starling Marte getting ready to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball one. On the ground, right side. Slings to first. Marte retired.
Por el error, mira lo que pagué, mío mío. Un palo que me dieron, que no ha caído todavía.
Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Montas back to work. The shortstop takes the ball.
These Yankees really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Soto makes the play, and a quick out number one.
Vamos, Codillo, falta el hit tuyo, mío mío.
Bellinger.
Foul ball there.
Ay, ay, ay. Un mono que le da adelante, adelante. Adelante. Uy, tío.
And that skips into there.
Está buscando la plaquita, mío, mío. Súbela que te la voy a enseñar, Titi. Ay, buscó la plaquita, ¿verdad? Ahí te lo dije hace rato que está buscando la plaquita, hermano. Y vamos y se la encuentro.
He's already homered in this game. That one's upstairs.
Aquí, nada, mío,
Really committed to
mío.
that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice
buena es.
And it stays
Dobletazo por ahí, Titi.
heads for second. The throw in. He's in there.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Anytime you drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands,
Peligro aquí.
and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Siri makes the play. That is the inning.
Aquí, mío,
Back
mío.
now with the Subway Series. Top of the 6th inning. Jeff McNeil stands in.
McNeil.
And that one is in for a strike at 95. 0-1.
Well, these Mets, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. And it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Dominguez snags it, and there's one away. Juan Soto up now for the Mets. 0 for 2 in this one. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
And on the mound, confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Yankees up by 3. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
Vientos in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
Tranquilo, Viento. No sople demasiado, mío, mío.
More and more guys are looking to slog
Me lleva con la
in this
brisa.
situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
In
Llévatelo.
the air to left center, Dominguez on the move. And that is that.
Esto es esto, mío, mío.
Back in New York,
Leading
there's
off for
Stanton
the
now.
Yankees, the designated
Vámonos
hitter,
tantico.
Giancarlo.
Métele voto, mío, mío.
Nope, that's inside.
The 1-0. That one in there across the letters.
La buena ahí, hermano. A piñetear. A piñetear adelante.
And
No.
he chases that one. One away.
La bebí
Bottom of the
solito
6th.
ahí,
Well,
de
that's
que no.
always the key to
Ese bate a mí por hora adelante.
And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Here is
Me
Goldschmidt.
ha bateado con este, mío, mío.
And that's a little bit
Los dos juegos no
high.
me ha
And it's
dado un
1-0.
hit con este mono,
2
mío,
down,
mío.
nobody
Mira para
out. Here
allá.
in the bottom of the 6th.
Ponche, nene. Ay, ay,
Swing
ay.
a high fly ball right
También se
field.
enflaxó el mono.
Soto hauls it in to end the inning.
Aquí, mío, mío.
New inning getting started, and now it's Frankie Lindor.
A ver cómo le va este pitch. No termina, a ver cómo no termina.
That one's in there, and that's strike one. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-2.
Ay, ven, búscalo, mío, mío.
Nothing in two.
Ay, caraya.
In the dirt.
Caraya de recogida para ponidor, mío, mío.
Textbook example of putting your body in position to make a play and doing just that. That's how they teach you to do it.
That one found hard the other way.
Buena rebate, Alonso.
If he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter
Pero por abajito, así, mío,
they
mío.
should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Ahí, carajo, nagúralo.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Brandon Nimmo digs in now. Nimmo struggling on the road this season. Better results at home.
Acarícialo en el aire, mío, mío.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Rodon ready, the 0-2 on the way.
La presión que tiene, mío, mío. Mira este como la cagó ahora. Naki.
Runner at first with 2 away.
Después del daño siempre me da mi fuetazo, mío, mío. Ahorita la cagué y me dieron un palo. Vamos a ver ahora. Míralo ahí. Ahí, no. Para que la bote de nuevo. Para que la bote, mío, mío. Vamos a esto, mete tres.
The left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
Vamos, Dominguito. Numerito y numerito, mío, mío.
On the ground,
Ay,
right side.
salió de frentecito.
Over to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. At the plate, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Oswaldo Cabrera.
Now this is in the air down the line. Nimmo has it
Atrás
sized
de
up.
nuevo, el man.
They got it for out number 2. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Anthony Volpe. 1 for 3.
Volpe.
Ah, carajo.
That's a base hit.
Como le sonó golpecito ahí, mío, mío. Suavecito, suavecito.
And here comes Bellinger.
Vamos, Codillo, que no me ha dado hit, mío, mío. Ay, ay, ay. Ya trache a pita, mío, mío.
Volpe off of first with 2 away. Hammered down the right side.
Mano mío, mío, mío. Vamos al compa con el team, mi gente. Ay, 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 me pilla.
And a foul ball. Two outs. That misses the zone, and it's 1-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. The Yanks leave 1. They're still out in front 5-2.
Me burlaron, mío, mío.
Leading off for the Mets, the center fielder, Jose.
Chequea, a ver, tú ves, por eso. Vamos a levantar este pitcher, mío. Ya está bueno por ahí. Dale. Vamos a cambiar el pichecito, mío. Vamos a darle un hola. Un hola para Liriano, de los míos. De los Rich. Vamos a ver cómo nos va con este mono, que no hemos pichado con este mono, mío. Ay, mira qué entrada hace él, chiqui. 3 picheos, vamos a ver. Ay, no le gustó, mío.
High fly ball out towards left center. Dominguez sizes this one up. And out number 1 on the grab. Starling Marte up to hit. And that's in the dirt. Williams, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
This one in the air right field. Judge getting an angle on it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away now. 2 out. Space is empty. Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. First pitch just misses.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
Next pitch is downstairs. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
Eso, me la puse chiquita ahora. Ay, pero de foul. Me salió la tablita, mío. Me salió la tablita de ese palo.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Next pitch is outside.
Vamos a ponértela ahí, mono, porque tú me le des toda la esquina. Ponértela en el medio para que le dé.
It's the
Me
Yankees.
asustó por todos lados, mío.
Now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Sean Reed Foley.
Diosito, mío. Castiga lo que tiene arena, mío.
The score right where it is.
And ball 1 to Judge.
Nati, tú y happy. Ay, la pelé. Agarré un ching atrás, mío. Estoy esperando demasiado ahora, mío. Se me fue ese aire atrás, atractivo.
That missed by a lot.
Esa guaracha, mío. Vamos a poner una más allá, mío. Yo sabía, mire, le tiro, no.
Wow, just great bites.
A la mía. Se vio cerca de la zona.
As a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
In the air, center field. Makes the grab, 2 down. Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. That misses, and that's ball 1. Movement in the bullpen, A.J. Minter getting ready to go. Buto warming up as well. Worm
Ah,
burner into the
carajo.
outfield for a
Yo
knock.
tantico su hit para no quedarse nada.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Foul ball. Two outs. Foul ball still 0-2.
Tenemos la mira. Y la tiene pillado, mío.
And that one got a piece of him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Ay, gordito, que no me ha hecho nada aquí en la serie, mío.
Will hit next.
No le va a dar un hit.
Slice the other way. That's a
base hit. El mono, quédense ahí, mío.
And that forces the runner to hold on at third. 2 outs.
Ay, a Dominguito con base llena, mío. Ay, carajo. Qué Caribe está esto ahora. No se lo diga así, mío. Así no, súbela. Para que te halle con ella, mío.
You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
Súbela.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field.
Quedó en la casa, mío.
And that is the inning.
Chupita, mío.
Back in the Bronx, leading off 1.
Vamos a sacar el pichecito. Vamos a traer a Weber. A resolver. Cuídate de esos ticos, mío. Esos tocó con Nati. Vamos allá, querido mío. Fino el gallo. Fino el gallo mío. Fino el gallito mío. Ay, mío. Lo dejó frisado.
He's 2 outs away. Mark Vientos now at the plate.
Suerte que asopla. Asopla, que está hirviendo, mío. Uy, fue adelante como yo, Pila. Sétele. Carajo, falla. Dásela. Que no es de coco, mío.
They'll do it again. The Mets trailing by 3 here at the top of the 9th.
Dásela que dio un guardia, mío. Aquí nada, mío. Mira quién está aquí. Vamos a esto, mete 3. Que le voto, mío. ¿Cómo que no? Campañé malo, no me la dio. Ay. Ya vino Lindón a dañar la vaina. Uno que parecía dañar la vuelta, mío.
Getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. There's the strike. 95 of that one.
Ahora lo que dio un guardia, mío. Ahí, Kitty. Es tuyo, mono, ahora. No lo falles, mío. No lo falles.
The count remains 0-2.
Ay, acarícialo, mío. Ahí ven, busca lo que es tuyo. Llévatelo, Pauto. Carajo, no quise. Ay. Está fino el mono. No quiere. Acuérdate, cuando no quieren, ponse en el medio, mono mío. Ahí, lo mordió, mío. Aquí, mi gente. Ya ustedes saben que le quiere de gratis.
you say, you know what, we're
Decora,
good.
sigan
You may have had some tough
compartiendo,
times early
denle
on, but
like,
this is
denle
a
me
good team, and
gusta.
you start to expect
No pudimos
this kind
jugar
of play
bien
out of
con el
yourself.
mono
We'll
porque
see
se
if
le
this
fue la
translates
luz, mío
into a
mío, tú
longer winning streak than it
supiste.
is right now.
And your
Pero para
final
la
score
próxima,
5-2
mío, lo
for Chris
tendremos
Singleton and our entire outstanding
archivo, porque
crew
él se
here
va a
at MLB The
preparar ya.
Show. I'm
Está
John
comprando una
Schaub. Thanks
batería
for
de una
joining
vaina
us.
rara ahí. Mientras tanto, mío, dámele like, titi. Dale me gusta a la chechita, mío. Ay, salió una foto, papito yo, de primero. Calentó el patch. Pasen buena noche, mi gente. Dios me le bendiga a todos. Se les quiere con todo de cora a cora. Suscríbase de lo mío. Active la membresía. Comparte. Riega la boquilla. Dale boquilla, mío. Tú supiste. Con todo, mío. Hablamos luego, mi gente.